Good morning, students. Chapter number 1. Chapter name Economic Activities in your locality. And today I will explain you types of economic activities. So let's start. Human activities which generate income and provide a livelihood to humans are known as economic activities. All economic activities generate and provide a source of income that gives humans a means of living. These activities are essential for any economy and contribute to the overall well-being and development of a society. Now students, economic activities are activities in which people are involved to generate income for themselves through various modes. People work and get income. This is how they earn their livelihood. Different kinds of work people do to earn money are known as economic activities. So, working and earning an income help people to feed their families, fulfill basic necessities, support themselves, and maintain daily lives. Now, students, let's come to the next paragraph. Types of economic activities. Economic activities are broadly grouped into primary, secondary, and tertiary sectors. All the three sectors work together and are often interlinked and interdependent to ensure that the economy works effectively and efficiently. Students, there are three types of economic activities and they are divided into three sectors: primary sector, secondary sector, and tertiary sector. Primary, secondary, and tertiary sectors are interdependent on each other. Students, let's come to the next paragraph. Primary economic activities. Primary economic activities are activities that are directly related to the utilization of the resources of the environment. Now students, primary activity involve extracting and harvesting raw materials directly from natural resources. They comprise activities allied to agriculture such as crop cultivation, pisciculture, beekeeping, poultry, livestock rearing, or animal husbandry and forestry and mining. Students, crop cultivation, pisciculture, beekeeping, poultry, livestock rearing, animal husbandry, forestry and mining are the main primary activities of farmer. Crop cultivation is known as agriculture and farming. It is a process of preparing the land, planting and sowing the seeds, nurturing the plants, and harvesting the crops. Next, pisciculture. Pisciculture, also known as fish farming, it includes rearing and breeding of fish. Next, beekeeping. Beekeeping is also known as apiculture. It includes rearing of honeybees for production of honey and honey wax. As honeybees travel from flower to flower gathering nectar, they carry pollen. This pollination process helps increase the yield and quality of many agricultural crops, vegetables, and fruits. Next, poultry. Poultry farming includes raising, breeding, and keeping domesticated birds like chickens and ducks. Next, livestock rearing or animal husbandry. Now students, animal husbandry and livestock farming includes raising, rearing and breeding of domesticated animals such as cows, buffaloes, goats. Next, forestry and mining. Now students, both forestry and mining are the primary activities. Forestry includes extracting raw material directly from the nature, for example, wood from trees. Mining includes extracting resources directly from the ground, such as minerals, metals like iron, copper, gold, fossil fuels like coal. Now students, these all are the primary basic activities. Now students, let's come to the last paragraph. Here the natural resources such as land, soil, water, animals, forest, fish and mineral resources are used to fulfill a specific need or want of humans such as food, clothing, shelter or recreation. Students, all the primary activities like agriculture, farming, pisciculture, poultry, livestock rearing, animal husbandry, forestry, mining. So all these activities help to meet basic human needs like food, clothing and shelter. Now students, let's come to the next paragraph, secondary economic activities. So we know there are three types of activities, primary, secondary and tertiary. Now we'll study about secondary economic activities. Secondary economic activities include the conversion of a natural resource into a product of utility that can be consumed or used and is of increased value to humans. Now students, all the three sectors, primary, secondary, tertiary sectors are interdependent on each other. Primary activity involves the extraction and utilization of natural resources. Now, secondary activities refers to those activities in which raw material produced by the primary sector transformed into a finished product. For example, the growing and harvesting of raw cotton is a primary activity. The conversion of raw cotton into cloth and textile is a secondary activity. Now students, let's come to the same paragraph. First important point, it includes industry and manufacturing activities, processing and housing and construction. This conversion into products that are required in our day-to-day life may be at a very small scale, as in handicraft, cottage, household or small-scale industry. Students, small-scale industries are a part of secondary sector. They take raw material from the primary sector and then convert them into finished products which we use in everyday life. For example, transformation of fruits into jams, vegetables into pickles, clay into pottery, handmade handicrafts, soaps, school stationery, paper bags, paper plates, etc. Small scale industries require minimum capital investment. That means low amount of capital investment is required. They are labor intensive as much more manual work is involved in small scale industries. Now students, small scale industry, medium scale industry and large scale industry. All industries are the part of secondary sector, and now we'll discuss about medium scale industry and large scale industry. Medium scale industries require moderate capital investment. They need larger workforce than small scale industries and requires both skilled and semi-skilled laborers. Some examples of medium scale industries are pharmaceutical production, electronics manufacturers, textile and cloth manufacturers, automobile parts manufacturers. Large scale industries require high capital investment, large workforce, advanced technology, and involves mass production. Some examples of large scale industries are automobiles manufacturing, oil, gas, petrochemicals, large pharmaceutical companies, large scale fabric and garments manufacturers. Students, I am explaining this again. Secondary economic activity includes conversion of natural resources into a finished product. Since the process of converting raw material into finished goods is known as manufacturing, it requires manufacturing industries. Secondary sector is also known as manufacturing sector. It includes small scale industry, medium scale industry and large scale industry. Small scale industries convert the raw material into finished products which we use daily. It requires minimum capital investment. For example, cottage industry. Cottage industry is a small scale business which is done by people at home or in small workshops. Other examples, handmade handicrafts, paper and packaging, etc. Medium scale industries requires moderate capital investment, moderate workforce, and some examples are automobile components manufacturing, food processing plants. Now students, large scale industries requires high capital investment, massive labor, skilled labor, advanced technology, resources, high production, and some examples are automobiles industry, steel and iron industry, oil and petroleum. Friends, I hope secondary economic activities are clear to you. So let's come to the next page. Tertiary economic activities. Tertiary economic activities are related to commercial activities and services that are required in the development of resources, both natural and human. They also allow the distribution of goods produced by the other sectors of the economy. Tertiary activities include transport, trade, banking, and the various services provided by people in the field of government and public administration, education, finance, law, technology, communication, insurance, science, medicine, and household services. They are services rendered to others to meet their requirement or for production. Students, tertiary sector is also known as service sector. It provides essential services that support both primary sector and secondary sector. It involves services such as transportation. Transportation includes movement of raw material to factories and finished products to markets and to the consumers. Distribution and trade. It involves the buying and selling of items produced in other sectors, for example, wholesale trade, retail trade, distribution and storage of goods to warehouses. Services such as banking and finance, which includes financial services, providing the loan, insurance, capital necessary for farmers to buy seeds, manufacturers to build factories. Other services such as communication, which includes exchange of important information, orders, market data using telecommunication and the internet. Other services such as technology, education, healthcare, and household services. Now, students, I hope primary economic activities, secondary economic activities, and tertiary economic activities, all the three sectors are clear to you. Thank you.